Hey folks, welcome back to another edition of the Gun Talk channel here for mygunvalues.com here on YouTube. And today, you know, I've kind of debated what to call this video ever since I got the opportunity to do it. And I guess, you know, it sounds a little cliche, but, you know, buyer beware would be the best way I can talk about this one. So if you look at this gun, to the more knowledgeable of you, you know, you can get a close-up here of the action. You're going to recognize this is a rolling block. Rolling blocks, while they were made by other companies, primarily Remington made the vast majority of them. They made them from 1867 or so into the early 1930s. Now, it's widely believed but not known that a lot of the rolling block actions that Remington used in the 20s and 30s and possibly even the teens had been produced in the teens. So they were never serial numbered, so there's no way to know how old they are. They are considered antique by most dealers. So imagine my surprise when a very good friend of mine shows up a few weeks ago with this. Being in the gun world, you get a lot of people that don't know a lot about firearms showing up and saying, hey, have you seen this? What's this worth? What can you tell me about this? Well, he had just come across this. He'd had it for a while, but he brought it and he wanted to show it to me. He was so proud of this gun. And he starts out with saying it's pristine, it's never been altered, it's an original Remington rolling block. Well, the first thing that gave it away was when he said it's chambered in 444. Now, the only cartridge I'm aware of that ever came with a 444 designation is the 444 Marlin. This is a brand new Hornady factory round. Got the flex tip ammunition on it, and it is indeed chambered in 444. Problem is the 444 cartridge was not introduced until 1964, 1965, depending on your reference, somewhere in that neighborhood. So the last one of these came off the assembly line in approximately 1932. The cartridge that's chambered for was not introduced until 1964. So there's a 32-year gap there. So that immediately tells you it's not original. He did not get burned on the price on this at all for what he paid for it, even back when he bought it. But the world's full of plenty of unscrupulous people who will tell you it's original, and if you don't know anything about firearms, they're going to burn you. They'll say, oh, this is the rarest, this is the rare variant, you know, they only made 3 of these, or whatever. If it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. So I want to cover all the things that are just glaring on this gun, that just, there's no human way that this gun was even close to original when he got it. Now, other than the chambering, I want to take them one at a time, and then I have an original rolling block that I'm going to put up here for comparison in a little while. So let's just start with the barrel. Okay, the first thing is on the barrel, you see the ladder type open sight and the ramp blade sight here. These look like Remington sights to me, but off of, say, a BDL or an ADL. Possibly something different, but something along those lines is what these appear to be to me. Okay, rolling blocks did not use this kind of sight. They did have an open sight, but they didn't use anything like this. There was a carbine length rolling block made for cavalry use, made for lighter weight, but they all had round barrels. If you look at this barrel, you'll notice that it's half octagon, half round. I'm unaware of any barrels that came on the rolling blocks half octagon, half round, but special orders abounded until after World War I, so anything's possible. So this could be an original barrel that's been cut down to this length and then rechambered for 444. Certainly possible. I'm not going to say it can't be. The next giveaway, and I'm hoping I can get this centered in the frame, is if you look at the top barrel flat right here, is a script stamp, Numerich Arms. It's Numerich Arms, and it gives the address of the company. Okay, Numerich Arms never built the barrels for Remington. Numerich Arms probably didn't exist when this gun was manufactured. So, another dead giveaway. If you look at the forearm here, it's odd shaped, tapered, doesn't look like a rolling block fore-end off of a carbine. That's another giveaway. You come back to the buttstock. Okay, all the Remington information is right here on the tang. This is so badly worn away that you can't read but just a few letters of it. Can't even identify the exact age of it, which a lot of times you can. It's just so badly worn away. Then you look at the wood. The wood's really proud right here in relation to the tang. It was not sized or shaped right. And then on the bottom side, again, not a really good fit to the tang at all. If you look at the condition of the receiver in relation to the barrel, especially right here, the receiver has a lot of marks and dings, a little bit of missing metal right here. This receiver is really well worn, would probably get a good grade, you know, if we were looking at just the receiver. The barrel probably grades fine to, you know, maybe excellent. So it's pretty obvious the barrel has a lot less years on it than the receiver does. As you come back here, the stock isn't shaped anywhere close to right. And then the glaring one here, let's see, we've got a brass Phillips head screw. The top of the original metal butt plate has been cut off. Okay, so the metal, they left the original metal butt plate here to fill this piece in. And then you have a ventilated rubber recoil pad with a white line and a black line spacer. All of this taken together, especially with the spacers, leads me to believe this was probably done sometime in the 50s or the 60s, because Weatherby and Remington BDLs kind of made this white line spacer a craze back in that day, possibly the 70s. But 50s, 60s, 70s, this gun was extensively reworked and rechambered to 444 Marlin. Now again, the gun shoots fine. The gun works fine. The action, and for those of you who've never seen one, the rolling block, you pull the hammer back. The firing pin mechanism is housed in the rolling block, hence the name rolling block. It rolls back. Okay, you've got the extractor here. You would chamber the cartridge, roll it forward, and it's ready to fire. Okay, it can't fire in this position because your block is blocking the hammer. It can't do it. So that's your rolling block action. Very strong action, very good gun. And for what my buddy paid for it, I believe he paid $150 for this gun back when he bought it. There's nothing wrong with this gun. for $150, it's fine. It's an honest weapon. The receiver, to somebody who wants a rolling block receiver, you know, it's probably worth $100 all by itself. So he didn't get hurt. But I'm just showing you this one so that in the future, when you go to a gun show and you want a rolling block, you saw one, you think they're really cool, you know, that's great, but don't let somebody try to take advantage of you. So I'm going to leave this one up here, and I set this back up here. Now, this is an original military rolling block. Most Remington rolling blocks were military. I'm not going to do a full-on video on this one. I'm just showing you for comparison. If you look where the top of the butt plate was, where that's cut off in comparison to this one. You look at the shape of the buttstock, where it's similar, but it's not the same. See how the wood's a lot better here. You see on the military version, of course, the forearm goes all the way, goes what? 4/5 of the way to the end of the barrel. Military versions had the 3 swing swivels. And this is the original military ladder type sight. So and now they did have civilian versions that didn't have the swivels, things of that nature, but Remington didn't change these a lot from military to civilian. So that gives you an idea of the alterations that have been done to this gun. We will do this one here in the near future. We'll do a full thing on this full-size military rolling block. So just wanted to show you, you know, kind of beware of what's out there. Don't let people take advantage of you. Be knowledgeable when you go to buy a gun, and if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. You know, just be careful. That's why we do these. That's why the My Gun Values site was invented and created, was to take care of people so they didn't get taken advantage of. So you do have the information to protect yourself out there, because there's too many people willing to sell you junk. And when it doesn't work, you know, they never heard of you once they got your money. So, hey, thanks for watching. We'd really enjoy doing these videos. If you like what you see, you know, subscribe here. And if you'd like to contact us, you can email us through the Contact Us form at the mygunvalues.com website. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.